Hi everybody, so I'm back today with another video, and this video is all about liquid eyeliner application. It's very basic. I'm just going to basically go over some different types of liquid liner, and then I'm going to show you how to apply it, and I'm also going to include how to wing it out, and I'm going to show you two different techniques to get that winged liner look. I'm going to do one on one eye and the other on the other, and it's going to give you the same result. So you can pick whichever one is easiest for you. So in this video today, I'm just going to use this liquid liner. This is from L'Oreal, and I've used it so much that the name is worn off, but I think it's called like L'Oreal Linear Intense something. It's just their liquid eyeliner. And the color that I have is called Carbon Black. And the reason why I like this liner so much is because it has a felt tip. See, like, this is so much easier, especially for beginners to use rather than a brush. Some liquid eyeliners come with a brush applicator like this one, and don't mind the color, it's like a wild teal color, but I'm just going to show you the brush and compare it with this other one. The brush is just a little bit more difficult to use. It takes a little bit more practice. And this is probably a bad example because this is such a thin brush that this is fairly easy to use, but oh well. Yeah, they pretty much look the same. Oh well. Okay. Some liquid eyeliners come with brushes that are much thicker than this one, and it takes more practice to get a nice thin line with those. But I love this applicator because not only is it a felt tip, but it's really long. It's really long and flexible. So you can really, you know, get in there to your inner corners and stuff like that. Revlon Color Stay has a really good liquid liner as well. Went through like 2 or 3 of those, and I like that one too. It also has a felt tip, however the only difference is the tip is not nearly as flexible as this one. It's really stiff, which has its pros and cons too. I really like it though. I mean, if you're a beginner, you could definitely try that one. It's just not quite as long as this one, and it's a little bit stiffer. So it's a tiny bit probably less forgiving, but I still like that one. Probably even easier are liquid eyeliner pens like this one. This is actually from Revlon Color Stay as well. And it's just like a marker. Like you could draw it on just like you're gonna, you know, write something. And several brands make these. This is just the one that I have, but these are very affordable. All of these products I have, by the way, are from the drugstore, so very budget friendly. But this one is super easy. It's just kind of a no-brainer. I mean, you hold it just like you would, you know, if you're going to sign your name, and just draw it right on. So, and it makes a really thin line. You can really control the thinness or thickness of the line that you want to make with these. But for today's video, I am going to use the L'Oreal one. So I'm just going to share with you some tips and tricks real quick. My first tip, the one that helps me the most, is when you open this and get ready to use it, okay, kind of just like wipe off some of the excess on the little lip there, because you might get too much on your eye, and it's a little bit hard to, like, I feel like you would have to just take it all off and start all over again because it would look messy. So that's my first tip. Just kind of wipe off the excess from the applicator. Second is make sure you are able to rest your arm or your hand on something to keep it steady. And in this video, my hand is so shaky, and I don't know why, but yeah, it made it a little bit more difficult for me. But just kind of rest your elbow like on a table or something. Or it also helps me, sometimes I rest my hand on my cheek or like my finger, and I'll go like this. It really helps rather than just going free-handed at it. Let's see, what else? You can always go back and add more, but that kind of ties in with wiping off the excess, so yeah. If I think of any more, I will list them right now. But yeah, I really, really like liquid eyeliner, and I love to wing it out or just at least extend it a little bit. It gives your eye a really flattering shape, I think. It works for a majority of people. And I have really small eyes, and I feel like when I wing my liner out a little bit, it makes them look bigger for one thing, but I just really like how it looks. It makes them, you know, like elongated, and just gives them kind of a more dramatic kind of look, and I don't know, I just really like it. I think it's flattering. And so if you are a beginner, then I hope this video is helpful to you, and if you have any questions, you can definitely let me know, and I will try my best to answer them. And yeah, with no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take my eyeliner, and I'm first just going to start out with just a regular old line on my upper lash line. So you can either just go right into it, or you can take your opposite hand, and don't pull, just hold your skin taut right here, and then rest your elbow on a table or something, and just start somewhere. It doesn't matter where. I usually like, just for me personally, it's easier for me to start like in the middle of my lash line. So I'm just gonna start and just do short strokes, and then I usually like to go inward from here. So just work towards your inner corner. Make it as thin as possible on the inner part, okay? Okay, so we've got that so far. Now we're going to work on the outer part, and you want to make it thicker as it goes towards your outer corner. So I'm just going to follow, just keep following my natural lash line, okay? There, I'm at the end of my eye. So now I'm just going to fill the rest of this in to make it a little bit thicker. There we go. Just like that. You can stop there if that's all you want, is just to line your eye. But if you want to wing it out, I'm going to show you the first technique that I use for this. And I dipped my brush or my little thing back in there to get some more product on it. So, okay, we have our basic line. Now what you're going to do is, from the outer corner of your eye, you're going to follow your lower lash line. Like, pretend like your lower lash line is just going to continue up from where it naturally ends. And if you imagine that, it connects to the end of your eyebrow. So that is where you are going to draw a little dash. So, again, I'm just going to pull my eye just a little bit, and I'm going to touch my little felt tip thing to the outer corner of my eye, and I'm just going to draw a line continuing from my lower lash line. Okay? So it's pointing towards the end of my eyebrow. So now, we want to start from the tip of that dash we made and draw it back in towards the center of our eye. Okay, so we have that. We have a little, I don't know if you can see it, but a little empty space. So just fill that in. Okay, and there's our basic wing. Then you can just kind of make any adjustments that you need. Okay, there we go. Now with my other eye, I'm going to show you another technique to get this exact same look, but maybe it would just be easier for you. It's going to start out the same. I'm going to start out, just hope you can see this, right in the center. And go in. My hands are unusually shaky today. I don't know what my deal is. But okay, we have this. Now instead of going down, like with the natural curvature of my lash line, like I did on this side, I'm going to draw the line straight out. So instead of going down like that, I'm going to go out like this, okay? straight out like that. Get some more here. Now I'm gonna just draw up again from the outer corner of my eye and connect to that little the end of that line. And then just fill that in. Okay. Now, of course, mine are not identical. Of course, no, the very time I make a video about it, huh? So what you can do in that case is just go back in and touch up where you need to. Like, this is thicker than this side, so I'll do that and I'll come right back. Okay, so I went ahead and just curled my lashes, put on some mascara, and I think that this makes all the difference in the world. The light is probably really bright, but yeah. So there's my winged liner. 2 different ways to do it, whichever you prefer, or just use whatever works for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you, and yeah, I'll see you next time.